series.
Right. All right, folks. We're not going to be on too long, but this hangout on air is live, and we are doing an examination of Spruce Lager from Samuel Adams, the Samuel Adams line of beers. There's a flannel cap and a hatchet, or an axe, I should say. Now look, we're being joined by Johnny Neely from Georgia. I said we could do it on his channel, but he decided maybe we'd do it on mine. But I think we're going to do many more examinations on his channel. So be on the lookout for Georgia beer reviews. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Now, a few things. I bought this variety pack. I kept waiting. I said, oh, I want to find singles. No such luck. I said, oh, heck, I'll buy the pack $16.49. That's no big deal. Now, I remember I used to like them when they were $12.99, though, honestly.
I bought another variety pack because I was going to buy a single, but I have a Kroger card, and I go to Kroger a lot. With the card, I got the 12-pack for $12.99.
See? Now, we don't have a Kroger around here, but they are in West Louisiana, Western Louisiana. So who knows? Kroger may show their face in our local area one day. We have Albertsons, but there's Kroger in Brookshire in the Western Louisiana. Anyway, no one wants to hear about it. All right. But I'm glad you got a good deal. I bought mine at Mathern's. But that's a smaller chain. You know, they don't have like the club cards, whatever you call those.
Right.
Lager brewed with spruce tips added. So I found it interesting. They brew it with spruce tips and then they add spruce tips. It's 5.1% alcohol, 14 international bitterness units, and it's certified kosher. Introduced in 2018. This is what was irritating me. I tried to look it up on their website. They don't even have the fall variety pack listed. It's so irritating. It tells you, look, it's like William Kepley was always ranting and raving. These beer companies need to get it together.
All these different liquors have great websites. Why can't beer keep up? I don't know.
Variety, I don't know either. Variety pack, beers of fall. So I'm clicking on beers of fall. Oh boy, beers of fall. I'm so excited. What comes up? American summer. Oh yeah. So I wanted to do research on the ingredients and everything. Nope. I know they have the pale malt blend. You know, every beer they make has a pale malt blend, 2-row pale malt blend. I did a recorded video. It's going to be posted, people, not today, but I did review it. And then I did a taste challenge, Samuel Adams Oktoberfest versus Yingling Oktoberfest. I think people will like that taste challenge when I post it. I'm pouring my beer now. And then the next taste challenge I'm planning to do is the Samuel Adams Pumpkin Ale versus the Blue Moon Pumpkin Harvest Pumpkin.
I just had the Pumpkin Ale a couple hours ago and did a review of it. I was pretty happy with it.
Yes, I put that on my watch later list.
Which is strange because and I mentioned this in the video, they seem to have changed their recipe for this beer many times over the years. And you have multiple reviews for it, but they used to call it Pumpkin Batch. Then they called it Pumpkin Ale. And the ABV and the IBUs are drastically different between the two different versions. So
that's good because then it gives me an excuse to do multiple videos.
There you go.
And not be accused by people saying, you just do the same beer again and again. I just like to drink the same beer again and again. And I have even more exciting news. And this will be a few days before this gets posted. I did a review of Rich and Rare Reserve.
Ooh. Looking forward to that one.
And I was so happy that 2 years ago I got that bottle for $9.99. But that's not going to happen again. So, and we got some exciting, and then we're going to, I promise you, we're going to examine this very soon. But we got some exciting hangouts coming. Like tomorrow night is Wild Card, Wednesday on Eric Fraunfelter, Thomas Metal 75. I think I'm going to bring, maybe Samuel Adams Boston Lager. All right. So we've got Canadian Hunter this Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. And then as we move into November, on November 5th, a Monday, I have Rich and Rare Reserve. I moved it. You might have gotten the alert.
I know. Yeah, I saw it while I was at work today. I got a little notification. So
at 7 Eastern. And then 2 weeks later, on the 19th, we've got King Robert II blended Scotch. It's been on the market.
I have to go buy a bottle.
It's been on the market for over 50 years and maybe even 100 years. It's such an old brand. And they make King Robert II vodka and gin, but I don't have those. Then sometime in December, I might have to move it because I might go on a trip, but a driving trip. But sometime in December, I want to do J&B, just Thorini and Brooks.
Yes, that's a very famous blended Scotch. I would definitely be interested in doing that one. That's a very interesting product.
Just Thorini and Brooks. All right, well, back to beer. Look at that. You can see it. You see what I'm seeing. Look at that head of foam.
Yeah. Mine's not as prominent, but I've got a, you know, the glassware I'm using doesn't really promote as big of a head, I don't think.
No. I had some issues with this beer today. I mean, obviously I drank it all. I like that they give you the best by date with not some indecipherable Rosetta Stone code.
Right.
It just says Best by March 2019. Mm-hmm. It's not in hieroglyphics or modern ancient Rome, Greek, Cyrillic.
Right. I would prefer a born on date, but at least they put something on there to let you know when to drink it by. So.
Right.
And yours is a little bit fresher than mine. My date is February 2019.
Oh, February. I'm glad I have a fresher one. Hey, look at that hummingbird. What are you doing out there? Attacking the flowers. We get big hummingbirds here and then little tiny ones. All right. Okay, but to focus. My issue with this beer was like it didn't have too much aroma. The Pennsylvania Tuxedo Spruce Ale, that thing was just blowing up with aroma and flavor. It was on fire. This one, what are you getting? I mean,
I'm getting a malt forward presentation with the aroma. I'm getting the barley malt. I said when I first tried this that it seemed to be more gimmicky because I wasn't picking up on any pininess, which they say, yeah, notes of pine. So I was expecting it to be almost like an IPA, like a hoppy beer without the hops, because I thought the pine would be replacing the hops and you would get a similar taste profile, but that's not the case.
No. And
aroma. Definitely no hop presence on the aroma at all.
Yeah, 14 IBUs. I'm smelling like a faint stereotypical beer aroma, some bread crust. I'm really not smelling anything. I said in the video that I'm going to post later in the week, I said maybe it has some spruce in the flavor, but I would never have mentioned that if I didn't know any better. You know, like if I was somewhere and I didn't know what this was and somebody said, like Michael Komaroff says, Jay, try this out. You got to guess what it is. I would say, okay, tastes like some malty beer. And if he said, do you notice anything else in it? I'd be like, no. All right, let's go with the taste. You can call the taste, and I'll check the comments while you're doing that.
All right. Okay. So initial thoughts are, wow, this is a pretty good lager. I would never guess that there were spruce tips added. It's malt forward. There's a nice breadiness in the middle of the sip, like a white bread crust type breadiness. It's pretty light bodied. Carbonation is low, but the carbonation that is there is nice and prickly. It tastes like a good lager beer, like a standard American adjunct lager. You're not really getting any of the hops. I mean, 14 IBUs, you're not going to pick up on too much of that anyway. You're definitely not getting any of the piney notes, or at least I'm not. But does that make it a bad beer? No, it just, and I think the way I described it when I reviewed it was it's just more gimmicky than anything. It's like a gimmicky beer, the Spruce lager. Okay, great, but you're not really getting anything extra from the addition of the Spruce tips to this beer. But first impressions are it's a good lager.
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you what I think. All right. There might be some little Christmas tree taste somewhere in there. Whatever you want to call that, conifer oil. It's there in the background. But it's there because you know it's there. Like somebody says, a spruce lager. If you didn't know it, you wouldn't be talking about it. I just don't think you would be talking about it. It tastes like really now I'm all disjointed on it. It tastes kind of bready, and then yeah, of course. I know that's David calling me. Hold on a second. I got another beer reviewer calling me. It's like I said, it must be called J Day. Hello? Yeah. I'm doing a hangout right now, but I'm going to be off soon. Can I call you back? No, it's an actual live hangout. What are you doing? You're at home? Oh, driving home. Okay, I'm going to call you back. All right. Bye. See, when you do all these beer reviews and hangouts with people, you got to answer all the calls. All right.
Guy.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Well, he's calling me in reference to another beer reviewer. This is because another beer reviewer is coming to visit New Orleans next week, Lee Poznansky. Poznansky's beer reviews. And I was telling Lee, I said, Lee, you know, like, why don't you have content? You know what I mean? I tell people Poznansky beer reviews, and they say, who's that? I say, don't you remember years ago? They say, no. A few people say, yeah. So I'm going to be telling Lee, he wants to do hangouts, videos, you know. I'm going to say, look, if you want to have a video channel, got to have videos. All right.
Right.
That's just my theory. Now, two girls will talk where they work. They got these big ideas for our channel. I said, yeah, but all you have is ideas. You have no content. And the way I see it, you're never going to. All right. But anyway, all right. The mouth feels kind of heavy on this. And I was reading, I read the last month, Great Beer and Beer Advocate, all the reviews for the last month. And a few people said the same thing. It had like a fluffy, like glop. I'm making that word. They didn't say that word, but like glumpy mouthfeel. And the finish is kind of sloppy or medium dry or kind of off the wall a little bit. I don't know. To me, I gave it a C. I thought it was okay, average. But I complained in the video. I use natural ice and Keystone Ice as my baseline. Mm-hmm. And the reason I do that is not to irritate people, but that does seem to work. But they think I'm doing it to like set them off or like antagonize them. But I really don't. I'm not doing it for that reason. If I can buy a 15-pack of Keystone Ice at Circle K, and it's enjoyable and I always like it, Well, yeah, I'm going to use that as a baseline, and if I'm paying double the price, it doggone better beat natural ice. It should beat natural ice.
Yeah.
Ice is good, but this one isn't even as good. I said natural ice is a B plus, A minus, or Keystone ice. Take your pick. I think I prefer Keystone, but this is a C. I paid $1.37 for a single, and I get a C. I'm not happy about this, but you made a higher score, so you know everybody's got to stick by their score.
Right. And you know, it's funny, you drink beers more, you know, you change your opinion a little bit. I gave it an 88 on my solo review. And as I've had, this is my second one, and then I've got one more left. I think my score is going to drop a little bit, but I still think it's a B beer. I'm just saying 85. It's a solid B. I don't think it's up there with the B plus because, like you said, the finish is a little sloppy. It's a good lager, in my opinion, but it should have more of a dry finish for the style, I think. It's almost a wet finish. It's a semi-dry, bordering on like a wet finish, like water. I mean, it's got like a water finish.
I say it's midway wet dry. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. I think it's average. I'm sorry.
Hey, you got to call them like you see them.
I just think it's just not a good beer. And I usually like what Samuel Adams Boston Beer Company makes. But, you know, I don't know. It seemed like I'm getting discouraged because they got a website that can't get straight. I did their Sam 76. And you know what I said about that.
And that was a C beer for sure for me. That was just bland.
Oh, yeah. I had somebody go off on me about that. But then I tried to look at his comments so I could respond, and it wasn't there. I was like, why do people delete comments? You know, but he was saying something like, and I tried to respond because I always respond to tolerable comments. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But he was saying any metric available will clearly show you that natural ice, Schlitz beer, Keystone ice, or whatever he was listing is quite inferior to Sam 76.
According to who?
Personal opinion. Yeah, my comment was going to be, my response was going to be, well, the only metric I'm using is taste.
Yeah.
Not, well, you know, 10,000 beer reviewers said otherwise. Well, that's fine. Even if 10 million beer reviewers said such and such, I'm going to still say, for me, I'm the one that's got to buy it. I'm the one that's got to drink it. Schlitz beer is way better than Sam 76. And I'll say that forever. And well, I don't know what you would say, but I brought you a 6-pack and you tried it. So, Beam, that was my opinion.
Yeah, that's a solid A. That's like a Schlitz is like a 96, 97 out of 100 for me. The Sam 76 is like a 72, something like that. I mean, it's got no, in my opinion, it's got no body to it. It's like it's watery, and it has a wet, watery finish. You might as well drink flavored water if you get it.
It was like air or something.
Yeah, very strange beer.
Yeah, I was Sam. That beer to me was as depressing as Two Hats.
Now, see, I like the Two Hats pineapple, so.
Yeah, well, you can get it cheap too. It was really super cheap. They still got over here, Two Hats, Two Princes. All right, well,
yeah, it's gone here.
Anyway.
It was gone before they even discontinued it. So what does that tell you?
Yeah, it's still lingering around here. Hey, look, don't anybody get out there talking about I have some kind of agenda against Boston Beer Company. That would never be true. Because, in fact, if you look at most of my videos, they're very high scores for Boston Beer Company, Samuel Adams beers. Just saying lately, no. I've had some less than great experiences. Now, I'd have to go through my list. But there have been a lot of really good ones. You know, a lot of really good ones. The one with that orange peel eyeball for the skeleton. What was that thing called? Better Than Hellas. Oh, that thing was.
Oh, I haven't had that one.
Didn't it have?
I will say their barrel room collection, their oak bourbon barrel aged products, the Stony Brook Red, the New World, the 13th Hour Stout. Those are all world class in my opinion. But they make a lot of bland beers as well. That summer variety pack, you know how I feel about that. I thought that was the Boston Lager and the that summer ale. Maybe there were only two in there that were really good. The other ones were pretty much just your run of the mill, average, slightly above average, but not worth the premium price point if you're paying $16 or $17.99 for a 12-pack. And I will say that the fall beer pack is much better. The black lager, the Boston Lager, the pumpkin beer, and the Oktoberfest. Oh, and my favorite of all is the coffee pale ale. That one was a real surprise for me. I loved it. But so if you're looking for a good fall variety pack, go with the Samuel Adams. The Spruce Lager is my least favorite out of that variety pack, but I still think it's a good beer. It's not worth buying on its own, but in the variety pack, it's solid for me.
Yeah, well, I don't mind dull beers necessarily. Mine a dull beer as long as I'm not paying a lot.
Right.
I talked to so many people about. I mean, was saying he doesn't do videos anymore, but he was saying, yeah, we knew a guy. We both knew a guy that loved Samuel Adams, and I don't really see him doing videos anymore. But he was saying, to me, it's really kind of bland, The Samuel Adams Oktoberfest, you'll find that competition against Yingling interesting, I think. The Boston Lager, I always like Boston Lager. Now, that's a divisive product because they got some people that hate Boston Lager. If you bring up Boston Lager at a party, some of these people say, get out of my party, get out of my house. You say, I just was mentioning Boston, get out of the house. But, okay, I just thought you would want to drink Samuel Adams Boston Lager. I'm calling the cops. All right, I'm out. Okay, I'm leaving. They're that irate, it's like with Budweiser. You tell some people, yeah, I was drinking Budweiser. They start charging at you with a knife. It's like, no, it's just a beer. So it gets that volatile. But like the pumpkin, yeah, I don't see too many people getting upset about that. They might just say, nah, I had it. It was kind of bland. I'm gonna try it. You say it's a different recipe. The black lager I liked in the past, but I found it was kind of burnt. But at least it had flavor.
Yeah, it does have a burnt quality, kind of like Yingling Black and Tan. To me, has like a burnt taste to it. But I like my toast on the dark side, so I like it.
Okay. It's kind of like the Rich and Rare Reserve whiskey. I said, well, if you don't like wood, this is not going to appeal to you, I don't think, because that is so woody. But that's another story. But this one here, I don't know. There's something funny about this beer. The more I'm drinking on it, and I don't mean comical funny, I mean weird funny. Like it's like a sour, and I don't mean like a tart sour Brettanomyces beer. It's just like
spoiled, like a spoiled beer.
It's not spoiled.
I'm thinking maybe I'm not getting any of the piney notes from the spruce tips, but maybe we're picking up on, or maybe you're picking up on some of like the oil from the, that's released.
The hops or something. I don't know. I was thinking about this morning when I reviewed it. I was like, I said, they sat at the Samuel Adams laboratory drinking this and thinking about how good it would be in a 12-pack. I said, why were they thinking this would be so good? I don't understand it. Maybe I'm missing something. Because I'd have been over there saying, oh, why would you sell this? Now, but then people are going to say, oh, yeah, you see, you have a hidden agenda against Boston Beer Company. You have some kind of gripe against them, and I do not. Okay, let's look at comments. All right, so to me, this beer, it's done, okay? It's it. It's over. I drank it all. All right, end of the story. No, nothing left in the bottle. Oops, I'll never buy it again. All right, I'll survive. Now, I'm going to read some comments, then I'm getting off of this because there is a World Series coming. I got to call David back. Jeff, Jeff Knapp, with spruce in the name and ingredients, I'd expect big time pininess. You'd expect it, but you wouldn't get it. Joey Bailey says, just had this out of the beers of the fall pack. My ranking of the pack goes number 1, Oktoberfest. Yeah, that's a good one. Black Lager 2, 3 Pumpkin, 4 Boston Lager, 5 Spruce, and 6 Coffee Pale Ale. Uh-oh. Joey says, yeah, Jeff, honestly, it wasn't much different from a regular lager. If you don't know it, you would just think it's a regular beer. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying a regular beer that's not that good. I'd like to try the black and coffee. The black was so great. Now they're talking to each other. Kyle Lista says, I like this, but I see the issue with the lack of spruce taste. However, I've had some beers like the Alaskan Spruce IPA where the spruce was far too overpowering. So that would probably appeal to me. And then Tanya Makowski was talking about how she loved that Spruce IPA from Alaska. And I was trying to get her to join, but it's only 4:30 over there in California. It's very difficult for her to join. Drinking Keystone Ice right now, laugh out loud. Joey, I'm jealous of you. You drink it. Okay. I am actually jealous because this is the last beer of the night. So, heck. Fungal says, word up, suckers. What you doing, dog? All right. Joey Bailey says, a wise man once told me, if you like the drink, it's a good drink. Yeah, a wise man told me that. I stole it from him. Jeff Knapp says, agree with John. So many of the Samuel Adams beers are bland for their respective styles. And then he says, has anyone tried the Sierra Nevada Fall Pack? It looks interesting. I haven't tried it. Joey Bailey says, I've heard that the Sierra Nevada packs are usually stinger taste to their claim. For example, the pumpkin beer for Sierra Nevada is a lot stronger pumpkin flavor than Samuel Adams. I wouldn't be shocked by that. All right, now, so, hey, 26 minutes we started streaming. That's long enough. Everything ain't a winner, people. Let's see. Are we going to do any more examinations from this variety pack? This I do not know because I got the coffee pale ale. I'm going to drink one. Now, my friend David, who just called me, might say, oh, wait, I want to review that.
I would be interested in doing, I would be interested in doing the coffee pale ale on my channel if you're interested in that, or any of the other from the variety pack since I just bought another one.
Yeah, assuming I have any leftover, like I might have Boston Lager, might. I don't know. See, it's all up in the air. I might have the pumpkin. I might have the, but I'm going to use the pump. No, I won't. I won't because I'm going to do the pumpkin in the taste challenge. And black lager could work. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see. I'm not trying to put you on a.
Oh no, I know. We've got Wild Card Wednesday tomorrow. I'm going to have a couple beers while I'm watching the World Series, so we might not have any left. So yeah. Who knows?
Wow.
It's up in the air.
Yeah, it's up in the air. But anyway, people, thanks for watching this video production and join our exciting examinations. Like I just said, Wild Card Wednesday tomorrow night when I'll probably have Boston Lager. But I might just bring Keystone Ice. You know what I mean? I might hoard my good stuff. Well, wait a minute. I just bragged on Keystone Ice, didn't I? Yeah, but I can get it for $7.99 a 15-pack. Right? And then we got the exciting thing this Friday. And then I have a mystery taste challenge for my friend David next time he comes over here. A mystery beer.
Those are fun, yeah.
Is he going to be able to guess this beer? He's going to want too many clues, but I'll give him a couple of clues. But I'm thinking he's going to get it because, you know, he got the King Cobra. But then he said, yeah, because I just used the process of elimination.
You gave him the year and you gave him some information, the 6% alcohol. It kind of.
Yeah, but the year wouldn't matter because he's not going to go research the history of these beers like I do. He ain't going to do that. But he'll be thinking, you know, like he's probably thinking, let's see, we did Magnum, we did. He knows what malt liquors are sold in New Orleans, so he's going through the list and he's saying, oh wait, King Cobra, we didn't talk about that one ever. So then he said, King Cobra. You know, it's not necessarily expertise in tasting. It might be more like expertise in the process of elimination. Okay, well, thanks for joining me, and I'll probably see you tomorrow night.
You will, yeah.
So now it's off to the World Series, New Orleans Pelicans basketball, and our college football game, all three of which are starting at the exact same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Good night, folks.